Shout out Near Falls with D Hall's podcast.
Welcome to Near Falls with D Hall. He's talking on bars and how they win it all. Yeah, it's just Near Falls with D Hall. The final takedown, the glory or the fall. So loosen up, step on in, wrestle with the need to win. We're talking Near Falls with D Hall. Ready or not, he's here to brawl.
All right, joining me now on the call, we have head coach of the BVA Leopards, Mr. Bob Bove. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty well.
Awesome, man. So pumped up to have you on. Obviously, you guys had a great end of year last year, finishing in great style with Elijah. I'm excited to get into all that. So let's just dive in right there, I guess. Obviously, he just committed yesterday to Penn State, and wrap up last season, talk about your offseason program before we dive into this year.
Yeah. As far as individuals goes, you couldn't have a better ending. That on top, it was our program's first state champion as well. So, a little extra special ought to be the first. We've had quite a few close calls over the years, and it was finally nice to get over that hump. So good ending. Hopefully we'll repeat that and have a few other medalists we're hopeful for this year. Off season, we do run some off season programs. We got a lot of middle schoolers that come to it. Our high school kids, they do a lot of club stuff on their own. But there are some kids who aren't into clubs yet that will still come into our off season. We lift a little bit, we wrestle a little bit. We try to just, make it a little bit lighter, obviously. And the kids who do a little more, you don't get that intensity at their club practices. Some of the kids that, obviously Elijah wasn't able to do Fargo this year, but a couple other kids, we had Connor Hoffman make a national team, and he wrestled some big tournaments in the postseason. The off season. So that's about it. And then now we've been gearing up for the season. We've been doing just a little bit of open mat and kind of the same premise, a little bit of lifting and a little bit of wrestling.
Coach, any alumni doing things post-college or post-high school? I'm sorry.
Yes, we have Dayton Soto went to UNC Pembroke. We have quite a few kids down there. Logan Hoffman's still there. Chad Medikosh, Perry Riggle, and now Dayton's
not a bad little pipeline down there to the beach, Coach. That's not bad.
Right. So we have those four down there, and Scotty Joel. Recently just took an assistant coaching job at Davidson. So
love me some Scotty Joel.
Yeah, so we have those guys doing that, and hopefully we'll get a few more. And Cole Doppelheimer went on to play football, so he's doing pretty well up at Cal, and he's expecting some big things from him next year as a freshman, redshirt freshman. So, but that's when he had those two seniors last year. So.
Yeah, not many. I guess let's dive into this year. Talk to me about the schedule, man. Have you guys changed it at all from prior years?
We changed up. We had to drop the North Coast Classic tournament in Ohio just because Pennsylvania was charging us 6 points this year instead of what it used to be, and that was just too many points to go out there. So we picked up the Trinity Duels. So we'll be at Trinity Duels early in the season. Picked up a couple of different exhibitions. Bethel Park is one that comes off the top of my head. That's our first match, actually. And instead of the Pine Richland Duels this year, we are going back to Escape the Rock. We haven't been there in quite a few years, but we were able to get back into Escape the Rock. Other than that, the other tournaments are the same. Still going to Trojan War, still going to Westmoreland County. So I think that's our tournament schedule pretty much.
Coach, obviously everyone in the WPIAL fan knows who Elijah Brown is. Give me someone that, wrestling fans might not know now, but by the end of March, we're going to know their name.
Yeah, we're hoping we have a few. Colby Hibner's had 2 solid years in our program, and he's a junior this year, so we're hoping he's ready to make a step up. Connor Hoffman had a strong freshman season last year.
Wait for those guys, do you think?
Connor should be 145. Colby's looking to 160. Grayson Guglielmo had a good year for us last year. He's going to be back at 107. Riley Doppelheimer, came on towards the end of the year. He should be somewhere around 127.
Nice.
and I hope I'm not missing any returners. Elijah, obviously, of course. Skylar Gush, who he wrestled some varsity action last year, but he battled some injuries. But he's a talented junior coming back. And then we have some other guys that were, Eric Adamick was a first year varsity starter last year, and he's back probably a little bit lower than he was last year. Probably help us fill that 172. Maybe another 160 pounder there as well. Gus should be around 172. So we have quite a few guys back. Vander Reskowski was another freshman who did some good stuff on the mat last year as well. I don't know if I'm missing anybody else, but we had quite a few guys back. So
Yeah, no, that's great. In that same
yeah,
kind of vein, Coach, talk to me about who's some of the leaders. Obviously, you have a returning state champion in your room, but who are some of the leaders that help get these guys going?
yeah, I will say Elijah for sure, especially being the only senior, and he's been in our program. Obviously a varsity starter for 4 years, but been around us ever since they came to Belle Vernon. Um, so he's definitely a leader, and he's kind of grown a lot. He was a really quiet kid. He's still not, he's not he's still pretty quiet, but he's come out of, he's grown a lot, not just as a wrestler, but into young manhood now. So he's really he's really kind of embraced, like we tell him, hey, you're going to have fans now. Like you've won a Pennsylvania state title, and he's kind of embraced that. And he's turned from a man of few words to a man of inspirational words, I think. So he's done a
Nice.
really good job with a lot of our younger kids. And, we had like a little couple clinics over the summer, come wrestle with the state champ type thing. And we got quite a bit of interest there from the young kids. And he did a really great job with the young kids. So he's definitely grown into a leader for sure. I would say some of our younger kids are probably, Connor's another kid who's a quiet leader. But I think overall they probably, and rightly so, Elijah seems to be the main inspiration, and a lot of the guys look up to him asking for help, and he's always willing. So
I'd say he put himself in a good spot to be the leader of the room there after
right,
being your
right,
first state champ. That's awesome stuff, man.
yeah, and the kids see like it's not just he's a talented kid, obviously, but it's not just talent that got him where he is. He's a hard worker. He seeks out competition. And just constantly looks to challenge himself. And I think kids see that even without being this vocal person that he's become, more vocal anyway. I think they just see the work too, and they say, okay, this is what it takes to get to where, or even somewhere along the way to where he is. So.
Absolutely. Okay, Coach, next thing I got for you, talk to me about some people maybe behind the scenes that, normally don't get the light spot, shined on them, administration, boosters, things of that nature.
Yeah, I think, Matt Humbert's our athletic director, and I think he's extremely supportive of the program. Not being a wrestler himself, I think is probably, he's come to embrace the sport for sure. We have great boosters. I mean, I ask a lot. We travel. Obviously that's hotel costs and we feed the kids and we make sure they have stuff at the tournament. And that doesn't come cheap. And our boosters don't, they don't back down from the challenge either. They meet the challenges that I put in front of them. And it's just, they understand what it takes to hopefully have a top level program, which I think that we are. It takes effort from everybody, and our boosters do a really great job. So it's been, the Hoffmans have been around for a really long time. The Doppweiers have been around for a long time. We have some, newer boosters coming in and helping. So, we got a pretty good feeder program coming now, and those people are starting to grow up with the program. And hopefully, one of these days we're gonna have to pass the torch here.
Yeah, no, I love that
yeah,
though, Coach. I mean, it seems like you guys have a good spot.
Yeah, it's I have no complaints from an administration or booster standpoint. They do a great job. So.
Love that, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, give me how about coaching staff? Who are some of the guys that are helping you train these boys up this year?
Varsity wise, we pretty much stayed the same. We lost Coach Chris Ciccarelli. He just decided that he was gonna, his job changed a little bit, and he started refereeing a little bit last year, and he just wanted to focus more on refereeing. So we'll be down to 3 varsity guys, but Coach AJ Sales, who's been around the program even a little bit longer than I have, Belle Vernon graduate, Gannon wrestler, and he's been back for a while, so he'll be helping out again. And Todd Miller, who he's been with us for a little while, but he wrestled for us at Ring when I was at Ringgold, and he was a state player, a couple-time WPIAL placer. So those guys do a great job. They're still young enough to roll around with the guys a little bit. My knees and shoulders don't quite hold up anymore, so they're
Get
more
in there and hand fight a little bit, huh, Coach?
Yeah, I'll hand fight, but that's about it. I'm not going on the mat unless somebody can take me down. So
that's a good goal. That means,
right.
I mean, I wouldn't be stepping over there with Elijah then. It's, maybe at this point in the game.
Yeah, I'm a little slower than I used to be. I don't think I'll get up off the bottom.
I hear you, brother. Okay, last couple things I have for you. Give me the goals and expectations you have for this squad.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a really good team. We'll have some, we should be able to fill every weight class, and I think that's first and foremost. We got some injuries to deal with that some might be back and some might not, which obviously it would be more beneficial if we had those guys, but some other guys are just going to have to step in and improve a little bit quicker than what we had planned. But we'll be able to fill every weight. I think we have a pretty solid kid at just about every weight. We have some guys that moved up from the junior high last year that if they don't start, they'll be solid backups. So we're looking for big things. We're hoping to win our section, and then ride that WPIAL team wave as far as it'll take us. So we're excited for the season, not just for individuals, but we made the playoffs last year as a team and made an early exit. I don't think we wrestled particularly well, so we're looking to take a few more steps team-wise as well.
Coach, give me a glue guy on your squad. Someone that, maybe you enter in the room, might not be your best wrestler per se, but a guy that, puts a smile on everyone's face.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's hard to limit to one. I know every coach might say that, but we got a pretty good bunch of kids, and they get along well. Not that, there's not some tension. It's a rough sport, so there's some tension every while, but they, for the most part, they're all on this group thread and texting, and they text each other often. And I think that's probably one of the strengths of the team. I don't know if I could whittle it down to just one guy, but I would say you're right, though. It is even some of the guys that aren't your quote unquote superstars that help keep the team going. And we do have some of those, but it would be hard to limit it to one guy. I think it's just a team that they're a pretty tight knit team, actually. They do a lot of stuff together outside of the season and in the season, and it's a good thing. Hopefully that just continues to build.
That's a great answer, Coach. I love that. Okay, last thing I have for you. Anything or anyone you want to shout out before I leave you go?
No, we're just super excited, super happy for Elijah, and just can't wait to see what comes next, not just for him, but for team-wise as well.
Absolutely, Coach. Can't wait to see you out there, and thank you for taking some time out.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach.